What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to my channel for another Hot Toys figure preview video. Today we are taking a look at the newly announced Mr. Knight from obviously MoonKnight, the Disney series, which was released years ago, and I'll be honest, at this point I cannot remember a damn thing about this series. So before this figure preview, I did have to go back to kind of watch some videos to just kind of refresh my memory on this series. Not only was this the only release done by Hot Toys last night, they released him and also the regular MoonKnight, an artisan edition for him, and that one has not been released for pre-order yet, so I won't do the figure preview until that guy comes out. But just be aware that we have gotten two figures announced for Mr. MoonKnight, both Mr. Knight and the regular MoonKnight, featuring Oscar Isaac. For me personally, this comes as a surprise. I did not expect for both of these guys to be released at this time. Not sure why they were released. I do want to be clear, I am not complaining about this at all. The regular MoonKnight that had been announced a couple of years ago, whenever the series came out, I never got the chance to purchase it. I decided to pass on it, and in all honesty, I think I'm happy I did, because now I get the chance to purchase two better versions of him, which is again Mr. Knight and the regular MoonKnight. Again, today we're taking a look at Mr. Knight, which we get to see for a couple of occasions later on in this in the season series. Look, I want to be clear, this figure to me looks perfect. I don't find any issues just looking at the first images. Speaking of images, let's go ahead and start taking a look at him. By the way, he is up for pre-order on Sideshow Collectibles, and I will include the link to their website as usual, so that way you guys get the chance to purchase him. And he is expected, as you know, as I thought he would, for later 2025, early 2026. Most likely he'll be for 2026. So again, as I mentioned before, he comes to me as a surprise. Now, looking at some images from the Tokyo Comic-Con that Hot Toys posted, I had seen Mr. Knight already in one of their images. So by that, I'm not surprised, but had I not known about the Tokyo Comic-Con, no question about it, this is a complete surprise to me. I guess the timing of it, I'm a little bit surprised about it. Maybe you guys can help me out as far as why the timing of this. Again, no complaints about this. I'm very happy to get both of these figures, so will not complain about it at all. Although I have seen some people that are kind of pass on either him or the regular MoonKnight. Not sure why, but again, to me, each person has their personal opinion on him. So just taking a look at the images of him, as I mentioned before, to me this figure looks perfect. I have yet to find any flaws on him. Just looking at both basically the suit itself, it looks nicely tailored. I like that it looks kind of loose on him, so it's not too tight, so whenever we have to, you know, articulate the figure and move him in different ways, it's going to be pretty easy in my personal opinion. Body proportions look good, and obviously we will talk about that head sculpt once we get to these later images. But he does have two options. We get his masked head sculpt and also Oscar Isaac's head sculpt, or Stephen Grant in this case, or forget the name of the other guy. I think it was Mark. Let me go back so that way I can get him right. So it's let me see, Mark Spector. So Stephen Grant or Mark Spector, which is obviously the alter ego of the guy. He has two different personalities when he starts to have those blackouts. I remember when I watched the series, it was very confusing. I was lost for a couple of episodes, but then as the season went on, I started to get things, and it all became a little bit clear. And to be honest, I really enjoyed this series, and to me, Oscar Isaac did a fantastic job of portraying MoonKnight. So very happy to get these figures. The mask head sculpt looks nicely done. It seems it's made out of fabric, and the good thing is that it's completely seamless, and it also does have LED lights, which I'm happy it does. Obviously with the lights themselves, his eyes are pretty bright throughout the series, so I'm happy they did that. And of course we get Oscar's head sculpt, which as I mentioned before, to me it is a perfect head sculpt. Now we're getting two different head sculpts. We're getting this one, which has a sculpted hair, and then we're getting the artisan edition for the regular MoonKnight. Once I do the figure preview for the regular MoonKnight, I will let you guys know which is my favorite head sculpt of the two. But this one, I cannot find anything wrong with it. Skin texture looks on point. His facial expression is great. It looks exactly like Oscar Isaac from every single angle. He's got rotating eyeballs, which is something that we pretty much get for every every single Hot Toys figure. And then the hair piece is very nicely done as well. The fact that this head sculpt is completely seamless makes me think that the way that we're going to be able to move those rotating eyeballs is by splitting it from the back, in half, the hair piece. So, which to me, I really like a lot. I feel like it's not that noticeable, and we don't have to struggle that much to have that access to the rotating eyeballs. As I mentioned before, the suit itself, it looks great. It's very nicely tailored. He does come with two accessories, which I completely forgot the name of, and I apologize about that. Let me go back. I think we did get the name of it. So it's truncheons, I think, with ancient symbols. So he uses these as weapons, especially through in the final episode. And then also a scarab, which is an ancient, I would say, kind of a piece that he uses. Again, my apologies, I haven't seen this series in years now, so I kind of forgot a lot about these details. Once I do get the figure in person, I will make sure to talk about it more in detail. So just know that it comes with that. It comes also with different hand pieces. They look great as well. I do wonder what material they're going to use on them. They can always go sculpted. They can go either fabric, or God forbid they use pleather on these things. I doubt that they will. They don't seem pleather, so as long as they don't do that, I'm okay with it. The fact that we get all these kind of motion lines makes me believe that they're going to be sculpted plastic, and I'm totally okay with that. The shoes themselves look great. Again, just the whole suit itself looks absolutely amazing. We also are going to get a regular hexagonal display base with the MoonKnight logo and the name of the figure right here at the bottom. So not a lot to this figure. There's not too many accessories to it. I think to me, the big major part about it is the head sculpt for MoonKnight. The guy who designs the head sculpts, I believe his name is JC Hong. I do follow him on Instagram. He usually poses the figures and then poses the individual head sculpt in his hand, making it seem like he's the one that designs it. So I believe he's the designer, and he does a perfect job with these head sculpts. I had a little bit of an issue with his Captain America's head sculpt, which is the last figure preview we did, but just kind of a small issue. I thought it was a good head sculpt either way, but this one to me, it is absolutely perfect, and the mask head sculpt looks great as well. This is one of these figures where we're gonna have a tough time choosing what we're gonna go with, which is gonna be either the MoonKnight head sculpt, the Oscar Isaac head sculpt, or the Mr. Knight head sculpt. Let me know in the comments which version do you think it looks better for this figure specifically. But again, overall, just the figure looks absolutely amazing. So as I mentioned before, newly tailored pattern suit, which looks great. I cannot tell you how great this thing looks. And as I mentioned before, the rotating eyeballs that comes with the figure, which adds just a whole different dimension to him. To me, again, just nothing too much to the figure. We just again get the figure with two different head sculpts, the tailor suit, his two weaponries, the accessory that comes here with him as well, which again I forgot the name of it already, my apologies, and also the hand pieces as well, which I think we get a total of 8, I think, aside from the figure, as well as the display base. So that's pretty much everything that comes along with it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this figure specifically, and if you guys are going to be purchasing it or not. I've seen a lot of people on Hot Toys that are just going to pass on him, which I totally understand. I cannot pass on this guy. There is no way I am going to purchase both of these figures, both this one and the artisan edition for MoonKnight. So we'll definitely include the link to Sideshow Collectibles for both of those figures whenever I do the preview videos on him. For this one specifically, I am going to go ahead and do it on the video, so make sure to hit the link to Sideshow so that way you guys can secure your own Mr. Knight. So for now, this is going to be it for this figure preview video. As I mentioned before, to me this figure is perfect. I cannot find any flaw I can't find any flaw right now with the figure. Please let me know in the comments if you guys disagree with me and there's something that you guys don't like about it. But to me, from the suit, the head sculpt, the whole body proportions, maybe a lack of accessories is the only thing that we can say. But again, we don't get this version of MoonKnight too much. We either get the regular Stephen Grant Mark Spector in his regular clothing, or the regular MoonKnight suit. We don't get this version that much, so I'm okay with the lack of accessories. Still in all, I'm happy with what we get. So as always, guys, want to thank you for supporting the channel. Want to remind you to like, comment, comment, subscribe to support, as well as turn on your notification bell so that way you're aware anytime that I do drop another figure preview as well as an unboxing and review. I want to apologize if I have not posted any videos lately. Just know that right now I am working on the Mark 7 suit-up version from the movie Avengers, and I cannot tell you guys how much of a pain in the ass that that unboxing video has been. It's taken me a while to do it, but I should be releasing that either tomorrow night or early Thursday morning, so be aware about that. That is going to be probably the most I've ever had to work with a figure for an unboxing, so very excited to release that. But again, just remember to support the channel, and also remember that you guys can join the membership so that way you guys can support. There are specific perks that come along with joining the membership, which is called the Jedi Master, so feel free to join in for $2.99 to support the channel. I want to remind you that nobody is obligated to do so, and I am thankful either way for supporting. But if you guys do want to kind of support the channel, I will definitely be very grateful for that. So once again, guys, today that is going to be it for this figure preview from Mr. Knight from MoonKnight. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I will see you next time.